Hi, everyone. I'm Ashumi Sanghvi. I'm the CEO and founder of Mad Global, and I'm here today in conversation with Ellen von Unwerth. Thank you for your time today, Ellen. I'm so happy to have you here with us, and I'm so glad that you're part of this iconic fashion photographers drop with Brytehall and Vogue Singapore.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be part of it. And it's a new adventure, and let's see what's going to
Thank
come out
you.
of
So,
it.
just to start off, can you tell us a little bit more about the pieces that have been included as part of this project?
Yeah, so the pictures I chose are, like very much part of my work, which is mostly about women. And, I'm super fascinated by women. I like to empower women, I like to make them look beautiful. In the same time, I love to show fashion. And so it goes hand in hand. I love to create fantasies and dreams. And so I chose three pieces of my work in this
Amazing.
sense.
And would you say that these pieces that have been curated as part of this project, how do they reflect your work as a whole? Because you of course, you've had such a huge body of work. You've worked with so many iconic celebrities as well, and all of your images are so timeless. How did we kind of come to this particular selection, and how does it reflect your work as a whole?
Well, it was kind of difficult to choose, but I thought NFT is like a new media, and I was thinking of how people look at it in a new way, maybe on the iPhone, and I thought it was those were right, pictures for that because they really like kind of are very strong in that way that they have a big impact. And like I said, they're part of my work. It's like every day I work and I do a different kind of shoot, but in the end it's all about women and fashion, and so those pictures are a big part of it. And also, I was thinking of Vogue. Vogue is kind of symbols chic and good taste and fabulous fashion. So in this case, in this way, it's a part
Amazing.
of my
And
work.
how does this particular project make that different for you? Because we've of course curated from a body of your work, which we're going to be presenting as NFTs, but also with a physical print. How is this particular project different for you?
Well, to be honest, it's not so different because I often do retrospective things for different magazines, and which go together with an article, and I talk about my work. So in this sense, it's not so different, but different is that it's the NFT, which is this new media, which makes it very different and also exciting. And I wonder how the whole process is going through because it's something new. And I mean, I have done NFTs before, but now actually doing with a magazine, with Vogue Singapore, it's going to be interesting what
And
comes out
how
of
do you
it.
see NFTs changing your career as a photographer?
Well, I don't know if NFT is really going to change my career because I have already, I mean, I'm lucky to say that I have already a very long career. But, it opens new doors, and it's going to touch different kind of people, and makes me think of doing photography in another way, maybe including more like motion and also animating the images. And it's kind of an exciting new media. And I don't know, how it's going to change, but definitely think I'm going to touch different
Absolutely.
people
And I
with
know that a
this.
lot of people who have been long-time followers of your work, myself included, would love to kind of be collectors of this new medium of NFTs, but of your photographs, and possibly, allow that to become more of an access into your world, right? So, for example, perhaps it would be a new pool of collectors that you could kind of then also showcase new mediums and new technologies, and use your creativity to be able to access them. So would this be the first time that you're seeing your work in the metaverse? Because these images would be part of Vogue's new world in Spatial's metaverse gallery.
Yes, it's would be the first time, yeah. So I'm super excited to see this, and also, I'm happy like having Nick Knight with on the same side. So I admire his work a lot, and it would be incredible to see and to give me also then the experience to do create my own world, and which I'm
Mhm.
already thinking of doing, and so it's the
Amazing.
first
And
step.
do you think it's anything different showing your work in a physical space compared to this digital metaverse? Or do you think there's some ways to kind of blend the two?
Um, I think, eventually galleries, I mean, have been already contacted by galleries who have a physical gallery, also want to create now the metaverse gallery. So I think it's going to go hand in hand. Um, yeah, I think, as I say, it's a new way of showing, and a new way of touching people. So I think definitely it's different, but in the same time you still show your work and your art, so it's still a
Exactly.
little bit the same. I think both can exist. I think people still maybe people go see on the in the metaverse, and then they go to see the real gallery because they want to like touch the picture or have
Of
a
course.
different experience. But
So maybe it's not about
yeah.
replacing one for the other, but just making it a different experience in a different medium.
Yeah, no, I think definitely not replacing. I mean, I love having the prints. I love having the prints on the wall. I love to be in a real gallery and have the real, the inauguration, and like, like talk with the galleries and talk with the people. I think that's will still always be a very big part of my life, and it's so much fun, and I have done so many, many I want to do, but it's a new thing, like let's see what's it's a new step. So I think
Yeah,
both
and I'm
both
and
are
I'm so
possible.
excited for this new journey, and thank you for the trust in me as well for allowing me to be part of it. And that just leads me to the final question before we
Of course.
close: is what's next for Ellen? What's next for Ellen von Unwerth? I know, of course, you just alluded to Ellen's world. Is there something that we should be looking forward to? Can you give us a little bit more of what's coming up?
Well, for the moment, I'm working on a book, actually on two books. I'm working on a supermodel book, which, like from the 90s, because that was like the period I started, and all those girls, they started at that time. So people are still fascinated with this period. So I'm like working on a new book about that. And then an exhibition in Oslo, which is going to be in November in a gallery. And then, yeah, who knows? Ellen work might
Amazing.
be
We're
coming
so looking
soon.
forward to that. Thank you so much for your time today, Ellen. And we can't wait to actually meet you in Spatial and the Metaverse Gallery when this project
Yes,
finally unveils.